Hi everybody, welcome back to some Oxygen Not Included. My name is Zero. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. We are here on episode 4 of our brand new base, but do want to just let you know about some exciting things going on from the makers of Oxygen Not Included Clay. So about 2 weeks ago, they did say that rather than doing another DLC like the Spaced Out DLC that's out right now, they were basically just going to start releasing some things for free to everybody, and they actually did that a couple days ago, so very excited for it. They did add story traits into the game, a new system with story traits. I don't exactly know what that means, but there's a Simonium synthesizer and critter flux-o-matic. Now, I don't know if they'll actually be on this game because we did start it up before this patch actually came out, but they did add something for a kitchen. So they actually added a brand new room, the kitchen, and then to do that you do need a spice grinder. So they added a new item in the game. It is called a spice grinder. It is up here. Unfortunately, we don't have it yet. We're going to need a little bit of atomic research to get that going, so we are actually going to do that, but very excited for that, as well as if we go to critters and we go to plug slugs, they actually added 2 new critters in the plug slug family. This first one here is the smog slugs, so they breathe in gases during the day, and then they go near an exposed gas pipe and then dispose whatever they have inside of it. And then they also have one for liquids as well, so a sponge slug. So 2 brand new things. They did add a whole bunch of other things, but I did think that those were pretty much the most important things, or the things that, you know, we're probably going to try and get as we do play along this game. But in this episode today, we are going to be going for some oxygen. So we definitely want to get some oxygen in here, and I did install that new build, and you might be able to see too that the tiles mod was not working well with the new build, so we did have to take that off. So we do have just some some plain tiles now going around the base. Anyway, we'll get back to all that, and today we're going to be working on oxygen. So we want to take all of this brine that we have over here, which is 12 degrees Fahrenheit. We got to warm it up a little bit. We want to convert it into oxygen, and then from there we want to take it to our base so we can get off of these oxygen diffusers, and we might want to get a couple atmo-suits going up here at the top so our duplicants can then just come here and dig the entire asteroid out. So let's get working on that a little bit. I do want to dig into this slime biome over here for a little bit of the gold amalgam that's around here, and I also want to get some sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock is one of the things that we're going to have to feed our hatches over here, and if we want to convert those over to stone hatches, they are going to need sedimentary rock, and you do get the sedimentary rock from the slime biome. So let's start just digging a little bit of this space out here. We're going to come down to here, and then before we actually get into the polluted oxygen, we're going to throw down a deodorizer. So let's grab that. We'll throw that down right here. You know what we're going to do? We're going to keep those 2 in so that the polluted oxygen is forced to come out right here, and hopefully that helps out our deodorizer just a little bit. We'll add a little bit of power to that, and let's up the speed. We're also going to need a place to put all of the slime. So the slime here does have a little bit of Slimelung inside of it. We don't really want to have to worry about that too much, so we're going to do something rather simple to hopefully help us out with all of that slime that is going to be accumulating as soon as we start digging a little bit into here. Alright, our deodorizer is done, so we can actually bust into here, but before we actually do that, we want to get a place going for our slime, and right now what I have going is we're going to build a little bit of an encasement here. We're going to throw down a liquid bottle right there. I think we're also going to see if we can't mop up everything from in here. Well, we don't necessarily have to do that right this second, but let's see if we can't get all of this into here. Okay, it looks like we have everything built over here now. Let's mop this out really quick, and let's make sure that we don't have anything in here, because we are just going to want to put a little bit of a liquid bottom going down on the bottom there. So the slime can actually off-gas, and it's going to off-gas polluted oxygen, and that polluted oxygen is going to have Slimelung inside of it if it does have it on the surface. And we are going to want to prevent that off-gassing from happening. So how we do that is we grab this bottle opener, we're going to put some water, we're going to enable the auto bottle down here, we're going to throw it to 6, and we're just going to throw in a little bit of a layer of normal water. And the reason that we have these wash basins here at the very end is so, there we go. All right, that is going to be more than enough water. And we can come over here to the storage bin. We can actually come here to organic. Oh, you know what? We actually haven't carved out any of it yet, so it's not available to put in storage. So, all right, let's start getting into our slime biome. And the way that we're going to want to do this is, what do we have around here? What kind of rock do we have? What is that? Rust, salt, mafic rock? Okay, you know what? Let's just come down here. We'll go to igneous rock, and let's just throw down a layer right there. We're going to open this up here as well, and then we're going to dig across. So everything is going to come down into this polluted water, but as soon as we get over to here and dig out our first bit of slime, we can add it to our storage bins over here. And the reason that we have these wash basins at the end is so when our duplicants pick up the slime and it has a bunch of Slimelung on it, they're going to get a bunch of Slimelung on themselves. And so they're going to come down here, they're going to throw it into the storage bin, and then we want them to wash their hands before they actually come back outside. So yes, dealing with it is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but the Slimelung actually dies if it's on a solid surface. So if it does get on the ladders a little bit, not a big deal. Plus, it just has to be in the air for it to really, really mess with our duplicates. So, all right. Does look like a lot of the polluted oxygen actually got out of there, and it's coming all the way up here. So a little bit more than just one deodorizer can handle. Okay, let's have one of our duplicates come over here and dig out the slime. And this one does have a ton of Slimelung on it. Okay, so we're going to come back over to here. We're going to go to organic. We're going to go to slime. We're going to put that on a 9, and we're going to copy the settings all the way down. So the second that slime gets mined out, we want our duplicates to pick it up and throw it over here in the storage bin. But I will show you what's going to happen. So as it sits here, it is going to off-gas. And actually, it's in a 1x1 right here, so it might not actually off-gas. Out there it was. Okay, so a couple of it's going to off-gas. And the Slimelung, as you can see, is getting into the polluted oxygen. Now, while this is a big deal, it's not a huge deal. We're going to go to the germ overlay, and you can see that our dig 2 did pick up that slime. He's coming over here to throw it into our storage bin, and he did just get covered with slime. Well, he stopped the wash bay, so we can actually put that as a right only and a right only. So he's going to throw it into the storage bin, and every time he either picks it up or puts it down, he gets a bunch of Slimelung all over him. So he'll come over here to the wash bins, he'll wash himself off, and then he'll come right back into here. Now, there is Slimelung on this ladder just a little bit, but again, you can see the germs are going down because if it's on a solid surface other than slime, it will start to die. So it is a little bit of pain in the butt. Not too difficult to deal with. Okay. Let's up that speed, and let's continue just digging out this biome over here. So we're going to want to add a ladder right there. And we want to just keep coming across. We'll grab igneous rock, and we'll just keep it going along right here. And we just want it to go all the way across, basically. We don't want there to be any slime. Well, yeah, he picked up the slime. He's coming over here. They're all delivering it here, and then they're washing their hands. Perfect. Now, again, some Slimelung is going to get into the polluted oxygen, but we can take care of that whenever we dig this entire area out. We can just throw down a whole bunch of deodorizers and won't have to worry about that again. Okay, so while it does look like these are off-gassing, it's actually the polluted water. I don't know how polluted water got back in there. I'm going to guess there was some polluted ice or something up here that just melted. So it did push all of our water down here, and that's actually off-gassing into a little bit of polluted oxygen. That's kind of a bummer. We're going to, let's do this. Add some more water into here. Let our duplicates do that. All of this water, by the way, is going to flow right down into here, which is fine. We don't really care about any of that yet. Okay. Now, let's see if we can't mop up just the polluted water. Oh, we got a bunch of slime, so we did put these on high priorities. So as you can see, that's taking over where our duplicant should be going. Crap. I'm trying not to pick up the water with this, but okay, stop, everybody. Just mop everything. Goodness gracious, all of you. Just mop up everything. No, stop. Okay. It looks like it's all back. No. We can cancel all of this. Let's pick up you two. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Stop. You coming all the way down? Now it looks like the storage is off-gassing. It is. Okay, so now we have to put in some more water. Okay, man, that polluted water really screwed us over. which is okay. Again, it's not a huge deal, but we want more water in here just so it will stop the off-gassing, which it just did right there. Excellent. Okay. We should be good to go now. We should actually get rid of all of this like polluted ice here. This is all going to turn into water whenever we dig it out. So we should probably do something about that right now. But that stopped the off-gassing, and again, the polluted oxygen, there's a little bit of it in there. Not too bad over here. Yeah, not too shabby. Okay, let's just keep going with this. We're going to just continue to dig out this entire area. This will give us a little bit of that sedimentary rock, and we can actually come over to here, and we can replace what we're feeding our hatches, sandstone, with that sedimentary rock. Let's just come all the way up. Get rid of it all, sedimentary rock, and then boom, go like that. Excellent. And then we're actually going to sweep up those two because we don't want them to continue eating the sandstone. We do actually have a ton of hatchlings around the area, which means we could probably get another. Actually, I want to try something. So one of the other things that was added to this game with that update is apparently these hatches and everything that's about to be groomed will queue in line waiting to get groomed. So we're actually going to test that out right here. So if that is the case, we're not going to need this mesh tile and this pneumatic door. We only did that so that our hatches would kind of hang out right here. But if they're all just going to queue in a line, let's see how that works out a little bit better. So if we come down here, we're going to copy that. We're going to basically just copy the entire thing. Up one. Boom, boom. And then we, of course, want one of you. Oh, no. We're going to have to queue up a little bit more copper. Let's do copper. So we'll do 20 more of that. And as you can see, our carbon skimmer, by the way, just absolutely crushed all the carbon dioxide that was in here. So it did an excellent job, and I always love having it down there, just putting it down there, forgetting about it, and you just have a nice base that is just filled with oxygen. We do have a blueprint. I don't know how I didn't hear this, but we're going to go with the Drecklet. I think we are going to print out the Drecklet. Can never have too many of those. What do we got now? 5? We'll grab up this guy. We don't want to grab you. Okay. Queued up a couple for copper, so we'll get a little bit more refined metal. We'll come up into here. We'll add some sedimentary rock to our hatches, and hopefully everybody will be feeling good. Everybody okay? Oh, they could have died right there, so that would have been bad. I should have put down those going across so that they could have made some ladders and they could have fallen into here. That would have been pretty crappy of me to really not watch out for my duplicates. What was that noise? What was that? We are getting a ton of brine as well from our cool salt slush geyser over here. So as soon as we are ready to convert... Wonder if it's too cold. I wonder if that's what's happening. So maybe the Slimelung is dying because it's minus 59 up here. So it might be just a little too cold for Slimelung to actually live in there, which is kind of cool because if you come down here, there actually is a little bit of Slimelung. And yes, some of our duplicates may actually get Slimelung, but not too worried about that. Our duplicates will be just fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. We'll go right here. And we are just basically tearing down this entire biome. And we just want all this space so we can make our, they call it a S.P.O.M, a self-powered oxygen maker, or a Rodriguez. Now, I play the game a lot, and I come to find out that if you just build a 3 kilogram per second S.P.O.M at the very beginning of the game, you pretty much don't ever have to worry about oxygen for as long as you want to play it. You might need a 1 kilogram one here and there, but build yourself a 3 kilogram per second Rodriguez, and you don't really have to think about it again. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build ourselves a 3 kilogram per second Rodriguez. And then we want to get some atmo-suits going. And we want to get a row of atmo-suits going right across here before they actually bust out of the base. And so once we do that, we will be golden. Now let's take a look over here because we are still waiting around for a glossy Drecko. And right now we only have a Drecklet egg. So no glossy Dreckos just yet. Okay. We actually want to come to here, copy those settings, come up to here. And for this one, let's copy those settings as well. So we actually have the sedimentary rock in there, and so our hatches should be eating it. And a stone hatch, actually, it's up to 11% already. So perfect. It is going up in percentage as they eat that sedimentary rock. And that's exactly what we want. Now, we do have a ton of these guys just hanging around here. So let's wrangle a bunch of those up. And if we have any left over, we're actually going to cook those up for some barbecue. Now, one of the cool things that they did add is that spice grinder, and I guess one of the things that you can use as spice or to grind up the spice is are seeds. And so if you grind up a couple specialized spices, you can put it on the food, and it will grant either the food or your duplicants a little bit of a buff. So very excited to get around to that. As you can see, we do have an overabundance of carbon dioxide built up into here, and it is kind of blowing up over this way. So what we can do is we can actually bring our digger and dig out this area here to right there, and then we can bring this. We can throw an airflow tile. Let's just throw it right there. So hopefully all of this carbon dioxide will start falling down to here, and will get shunned to the bottom of the base, and will get picked up by that carbon skimmer. So that should be okay over there. 1, 2. I guess we're not going to pick you up. And maybe this side needed a little bit too. So what do we got in here? 8. Oh shoot, it's not actually a stable. Okay. Okay, so it has to be one more. I got you. Okay. So, because we did this tile and these 3 things over here, it's not technically this big. It is. We're doing a full one, 24 by 4, which is 96. So, that should now be a ranch in here. It is excellent. Okay. Okay, so he is queuing. Yeah, look at them. They're waiting there. Okay, so we did see it. So they're waiting. The next one is waiting right here, so he doesn't actually. So he's coming over. Look, he's queuing up. Look at him. Yes, this is excellent. So we don't need to have as big or as small of a space for our hatches. That is so cool. Groomed. Woo. Get up there. Let's see if another one's ready to queue. Are they all groomed and happy? That's so cool. Awesome. It did work. Great. Okay, so how many are in here now? 9 and 8. Okay, so we actually have to get rid of one. So, this is going to be so bad, but I'm sorry. We just got to get rid of you. Okay. But we got some meat out of it. Awesome. Okay, and that is 2 now that are filled up, and they are getting fed with the sedimentary rock, so they should be good to go on getting us a couple more stone hatches. Let's see if we have any of those. We do. We have an extra one, so we're going to come over to here for the normal hatchling egg, and we're actually going to remove that. We're going to throw down the stone hatch, and we're going to put that in here. We do want to convert all of these guys over to stone hatches, and so that's how we're going to do it. What do we got in here? We got a bunch of hatchling eggs in there. Wow. Lot of meat once they start hatching and dying. That'll be great. All right, we got another printing pot. Let's see what we got here. We are really not in the mood for any duplicants right now, so we're just going to take that oxalite. That'll be fine with us. Okay, let's get back over to here, and we are almost done with clearing out this area. Let's go one more. We're going to come over to here, clear all of you out, and we're going to get rid of all of you. Spaghetti and all over the place. Okay, let's get them to dig that out, and once that's done, you know what, we can actually take care of all this polluted oxygen. We don't necessarily have to, but might not be bad to do that just right now. Let's see if we can. So if you ever do have an infestation of, let's say, polluted oxygen and Slimelung, come over here, deodorizers, just going up and down. And they're going to need an actual base, so we'll put in a mesh tile for them, and we'll grab a wire. And then once you do convert all the polluted oxygen over to normal oxygen, Slimelung can't live in normal oxygen. It can sit in normal oxygen if it's being fed from somewhere, but once you do get these going and convert the polluted oxygen over to regular oxygen, everything should be good to go. All right, and some sand is now being delivered to our deodorizers, and that should take care of all of this polluted oxygen. So we should be good to go. We could get rid of these 2 abyssalite, and hopefully this deodorizer would take away that polluted oxygen, but right now we're just going to allow all of this to get converted over. Yeah, so it does look like we have some Slimelung infestation going on right here. So again, we're going to take on these deodorizers, and when we come back to it, you'll see it'll pretty much be gone. As we do keep going down, though, this is going to get pushed down farther and farther. So we want to take care of it right now, just so we don't have to keep coming back up to these deodorizers. Now, unfortunately, all this polluted water is giving off polluted oxygen, so that's going to start floating its way up here and replenishing all of this polluted oxygen, so we're going to have to do something about that here as well. So I just came over to the rock crusher, and we're going to crush up a little bit of this gold amalgam as well. We're going to need just a little bit of gold amalgam for the Rodriguez that we have in mind here. Yeah, let's grab up that coal. And you know what we are going... Oh, we got 2 glossy Drecklet eggs. Okay, the resources. I was honestly just going to come over here to resources. I'm going to throw down this coal just to make sure that we have more than enough coal. So 47 tons right now for these 2. We're going to have to add some more coal generators around the map. So I just want to make sure that we have tons of coal. We do have these glossy Dreco eggs. So what we're going to do is let's come over here. Let's throw the first one in here. We just made a couple more copper. Refined copper. So let's go over to food, and we can go to incubators. Let's make just a couple more of them. Okay. And those actually should get thrown over there. They did. Okay, so the glossy Dreco egg are in here, along with the Drecklet, the normal Drecklet egg. So everything is working perfectly. They're all getting thrown into our box here. So when they hatch, they'll be ready to go to shear. When we get an overabundance of them, right now we're just collecting them all. Okay. No, we're going to go 9, and let's go those as well. We want all 3 of these to be filled up with Dreco eggs. Perfect. What do you want? 4% incubation. Okay, so it does have a long time to go, but that is okay. Everything looks like it's working out perfectly. One of the things we're going to have to do with our water to get it ready to go into getting converted over to normal water is we're actually going to have to heat it up a little bit. So this water right now is about 13, 14 degrees, and that is actually too cold for normal water. So we're going to have to do something to heat up the inside here. And what I like to do with that is I like to actually put down a liquid temperizer. So we're going to throw that in here right now. We're going to get this water warmed up a little bit and ready to go for our gigantic Rodriguez. Okay, one of the things we're going to have to do is we're actually going to dig over to the right a little bit more inside of our base. So we're actually inside of our base right now, and we're going to put down an insulated tile wall. To our liquid temperizer, we are going to throw down a thermosensor, so we actually want it to detect the temperature of the water. We're going to throw that kind of right in the middle of our temperature, and we are going to our water tank, and we're going to hook that up to our liquid temperizer. So whatever temperature we tell this thermosensor, we want it to go on. If it's ever below, 44 degrees isn't bad. Let's go 45 degrees. You know what? Yeah, let's go 45 degrees. So if it's ever 45 degrees, we want it to kick on, which it looks like it is trying to do right now, but we're going to throw down a coal generator. We're going to move these eventually, but let's put down some power. We're going to throw down a smart battery right to here. We're going to hook all of this through. Yeah, I think it's going to be the only thing that's on there, 9600, so that should be okay. Let's bring it all the way through like that. We're going to need a way to get in here. Also need to hook up the automation. Let's not forget about that. There's somebody at the printing pod. Let's see what we got. Another Drecklet. We are going to take that. No questions asked. We always want those Drecklets. And where did it go? Oh, there you are. Almost got away from me. And we almost have 8 in there. How many do we have in there right now? 6. Okay, so we just need 2 more in there, and we are completed with our Dreco farm. It looks like our stone hatch has hatched, which is amazing. Oh, I see what the problem's going to be now, too. The eggs are going to go farther along that route. So whenever they drop an egg, see, this thing can take over the entire area right here. And the eggs are going to be farther out, so you're going to need more auto sweepers going down here. Okay, so I do think we're going to go back to this this little setup right here just to make sure that we don't have eggs going all the way across, because that's just going to get annoying. I mean, again, we could set up auto sweepers going all the way across, but why have like 7 of them whenever you can just have 1 of them doing that? So let's put that here. Okay, so I'm sorry, I had to take care of this little thing down here. Again, that polluted water got into there. It was kind of a pain in the butt, so we're gonna do something about all this polluted ice. We're actually gonna come up here. Oh, all of this cool slush actually froze over, and so now it's not showing that vent anymore, so we're going to actually go up there and throw all the polluted water and stuff into there. But for right now, it does look like our liquid tepidizer is actually going. Let's come over here and let's bump this up to 35, and again, we want this at like 95, and we do want... Let's throw down a storage bin right here, and we do want shipping to actually help out with this here. Okay, so we're going to throw that right in the middle. Let's grab up this conductive wiring. We're going to want some conductive wiring going on for our setup here as well. Okay, so they're delivering coal. This auto sweeper will deliver it to our coal generators if need be. Carbon dioxide is going to start building up in here, but we are going to allow it to push down. And again, we want to change up this system, and whenever we bump up our power to where we want it to be for the rest of the game, we're not going to have to worry about this setup here anymore. But for right now, it is working. So we are heating up this brine. We want to get it up to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And once it gets there, we should be good to go. Now, over on this side, it looks like we have a bunch of oxygen. And as you can see, all of the polluted oxygen is kind of down here at the bottom. As we keep going down, again, that is going to get pushed down there. And all of this polluted water is giving off polluted oxygen to just replenish the polluted oxygen right here. So it's nothing that we truly have to worry about. So now that we have a little bit of that gold, let's start making the box that we are going to be looking for. So we want a full Rodriguez, and let's make it, and then let's explain what we're going to do here. So we do have a whole bunch of gold amalgam, but it's actually not accessible to us right now, so we're going to... My dog barking. We're going to come down here, and we're going to at least allow access for our duplicates to get that gold amalgam, because we're going to need a whole bunch of gold for up in here. Okay, so we want something like this for our 3 kilogram per second Rodriguez. Now, we do have 4 electrolyzers, and we do have 7 total gas pumps. This pump is going to be pumping out all of our hydrogen, and all of this will be giving our oxygen. Now, they do pump out 50 kilograms each, and that's why 500 kilograms each, so 501, 502, 503. So we're going to have 3 full kilograms coming out after we make all of this. We're going to need a little bit of automation. We also did make it all out of gold amalgam, so we wanted to make sure that we had a bunch of gold amalgam in here just to make sure that nothing overheats. Gold amalgam actually gives you a plus 90 overheat temperature, so for the early game, it is pretty nice. We also did make ourselves a little bit of just regular gold from the gold ore, so refined gold, because we are going to want to use a little bit of conductive wire as we build up the rest of the inside here. Okay, for our ventilation, we are going to want, we're going to add these two together to bring the 1 kilogram out in each little packet. So 1 kilogram is going to come out of here, 2 kilograms, and 3 kilograms going to come out of here. We're actually going to go down. There we go. Okay, so they're all going to be coming out this way, and we will take them to their destinations whenever we are ready to kick this thing off. Now, up top here, this is a self-powered oxygen machine or oxygen maker, and the reason it's self-powered is because we're going to add a whole bunch of hydrogen generators up here. So we do want, we're using insulated pipe for everything. We do want an insulated pipe to be coming off of here. Now, for our plumbing, we want the insulated plumbing to just be coming like that. We're going to be coming across here. I think we're going to set up our desalinator right here and just pump it right in. Actually, we might give it a get a liquid reservoir right here as well to see if we can't fill like 2 or 3 of them up, just so we have those on backup, just so we don't ever run out of water whenever we need it. So, all right, let's let them finish that. We're also going to get the power going a little bit. We are going to want conductive wire. And for the conductive wire, let me just make sure I did my math correct here. Yep, I did. Okay. So all of these can be on one line together through this conductive wire, and these two are going to be have to be on a separate wire, and we'll probably just hook those up to our main grid over here. So let's get this wire going over there. Okay, and for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our insulated gas pipes, and we're going to take the 1st kilogram, we're going to come up along the top, and we're going to bring it across the top to fill up all of our atmo-suits that we're going to want across right here. Our 2nd line is going to come through back up as well, and these 6 tiles right here, these 6 segments we've actually made out of insulated radiant gas pipes, not insulated pipes, so radiant gas pipes. So hopefully what's going to happen is when this oxygen comes out at like 100, 120 degrees, it'll come through here, and because this water is so cold, because the brine water is so cold, and because liquid can actually store a ton of heat before it actually gets heated up, especially by gas, we're going to hope that these 6 segments right here will cool all of our oxygen down, and then we're going to bring that into our base, and we're going to have a couple different places in the base that it's going to off-gas all of its oxygen. All right, so let's let our duplicants make the rest of this, and we are almost ready. We got to put a pump over in here, but we are almost ready to get this bad boy started. So they have built pretty much everything inside of here. Let's get a couple ventilation, some gas vents going up and down here as well. And if this all does work and we get some cool air going in here, we are going to get rid of these oxygen diffusers, and we're going to get ourselves off of algae. Very, very excited about that. All right, let's just continue with our research. Right now, we are just on the first 4. Let's get this one going as well. We're just grabbing up as much of the research as we possibly can while our duplicants. I actually have to add a ladder right here so they can get over to this section of our S.P.O.M. Okay, so above our S.P.O.M, we are going to have our gas reservoir. We're going to have our smart battery and then all of our hydrogen generators up here. I have found that 4 hydrogen generators tend to get rid of all of the hydrogen, and so it doesn't back up. You really don't want it to back up, but maybe put one of them on the smart battery just to begin. But we're letting our duplicants just finish this out. They are carving up here. It's freezing cold up here, which is going to be nice for our hydrogen generators. They are going to be nice and chilly up here, and our batteries should be okay up in this cold as well. Looks like our duplicants can now get to all of these builds over here. I don't know how, but they can all of a sudden, so that's nice. I don't know how they can get there. What do they do? Jump down here. Also, don't want to forget about the automation, so we do want to make that out of gold, and we do need automation here. We're going to hook that up to here, that up to those 3, and that up to those 3 as well, just to make sure we get an even flow going around our S.P.O.M. All right, let's come down here to our printing pod. Let's see what we got. Algae. We're definitely going to take some algae. We really don't need a cooker or farmer cooking. There's another dig. Maybe, I think we might look for another tidy. I think we do want another tidy or supplying, storing, whatever they can do around the base, because we do have a lot of things that we want to clean up as we're off the air. In between each game, I do like to clean up just a little bit. So we did start our duplicants on a couple more blocks of copper iron, because once you are outside of your S.P.O.M, you really don't have to make everything out of gold. These we do have made out of copper ore. We have this made out of copper ore. Everything's made out of copper here. So we are going to get ourselves some normal copper going around there, some refined copper, and we're just going to use that to attach into our S.P.O.M. All right, it does look like everything is built up here, so let's see. Yeah, so we are going to, let's just continue on now. If we have our conductive wire, we're going to attach them together. Come down. That's going to be too much, isn't it? Yeah, we don't have enough of the wire yet, so I do have some duplicants on it right now. They are working hard on it. Dig 2 is working very hard at making us some refined copper. Now, as we do get, oh, we do have another stone hatch. This is great. Oh, this is awesome. Where is our other stone hatch? Where did you go? I thought I had you up here, but I don't know if you got put down here by mistake. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so here is... Oh, they're overcrowded. I don't have anything set up here, so there's probably eggs and stuff. Okay, so we're going to have to come over here. We're going to have to attack this one. And, okay, so that should make room for him to be able to be put in there. Normal stone hatch can go in there as well, so let's get you up and in. Come on, get there we go. Okay, got the little stone hatchling. Okay, and then put him back up in here. Now, he is going after the sedimentary rock, and once we do get about 5 or 6 stone hatches in here, we're going to switch over their diets. Now, one of the things that they can actually start to hook you up with, stone hatches, are these smooth hatchlings. Now, these smooth hatchlings actually eat ore. So they come out, they give you 100 kilograms. Let's say they eat 100 kilograms of copper ore. They're going to hook you up with 75 regular refined copper. Now, it's a 75% conversion rate, which is better than our rock crusher that we have going on right now, which is at a 50% conversion rate, but not as good as the refined, the metal refinery, which will do it at a 1-1 conversion rate. So you put in 100, you get 100 back. The problem with that is it takes a lot of power. So this is a good way of getting a pretty decent conversion rate on your ore without having to use things like power, and it doesn't generate any heat as well. So two pluses. So we're gonna just get a couple of them. I don't think we're gonna go all out with those or anything like that. But all right, let's continue to put down some of this conductive wire here. Okay, we're actually going to deconstruct these two from each other, and then we're going to take this top one, and we're just going to allow it to off-gas into the outside of our base. Now, the reason that we want to do that, we want just straight hydrogen coming in through here and into our hydrogen generator. So right now, as you can see, there is some oxygen floating around here. We're going to have to get all of this out of here before we actually allow it to go into our gas reservoir. Okay, it does look like everything is set up on this side. Let's get this going too. So this is going to come out to here, and then it'll come out here, have it come up this way and around there. Perfect. Okay, and as they're doing that, I think that we can actually start building in the walls over here. We have the atmo-suits, the atmo sensors inside of here, ready to go. We have our electrolyzers in here, ready to go. We are going to have to fill those up with water, and I think that's what we're going to work on here in just a second. Okay, so we just put down our desalinator, and we do have 2 liquid reservoirs that we want to fill up with water, just to make sure if this does start getting a little bit low, that we have at least 5 tons of water as a little bit of a backup for our oxygen, and hopefully we will see if any problem does happen before it gets a little bit out of hand. Okay, so they are building all of that. Let's allow them to just continue doing that. Our brine in here is at 45 degrees, and that is Fahrenheit, so it is perfect. It's not going to freeze as it does switch over to normal water right here. We have the outflow coming into these two and out those two. So let's wait for this one to get filled up. Perfect. And we should actually start to see some water getting pumped in. Excellent. Okay, that is great. And that's exactly what we were looking for. Now, this desalinator does use up about 400 watts of power, so it does look like it's turning on, then turning off, then turning on, and turning off. It does look like it's overloading the grid right now. But you know what? This is doing what it's meant to do, the power transformer. That's why we have the power transformer on our grid, is just to stop all of that stuff from happening. And you know what? We are going to be just fine with all of that in there. Let's go. We don't really want a hatchling or anything like that, so let's reject all of that. If we come up to here, we have another stone hatch in our incubator, so let's attack that. We're going to pick up all of that, and right this second, I'm going to build this because I'm sick and tired of seeing this buff. They're overcramped all the time. So we are going to go with shipping. Let's get the conveyor rail going down that way. Perfect. Let's get this power all hooked up as well. Boom. There we go. Okay, so after that, we should not have to worry about the eggs overcramping this little space in here anymore. So we have 4 glossy Drecos going over here, which means that we have a ton of eggs that are going to be left over in this room, and I cannot wait for these bad boys to hatch. I am so excited about these guys hatching, so we can actually see what's going to happen. 84% it looked like was the highest, so awesome. Okay, so let's see how we are doing here. We got our water going in there. We have our water system. Insulated pipes can start hooking up to that. All right, we are going to attach our wire to our main grid. That is going into these 2 electrolyzers. Okay, and another thing that we have to do is actually prime this system. So we have our manual generator hooked up to our conductive wire. That's actually filling up the smart battery, because what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to get all of this crap out of here. I actually didn't see that there was polluted oxygen in here. That is okay, though. The polluted oxygen shouldn't hurt it too much. We really want to get the oxygen out of this little area right here. And the way that we're going to have to do that is by turning on some of these electrolyzers and then pumping out some of the gas from the bottom as well. So we're going to have to do those at the exact same time, but we have to wait until this wire gets put into our system here. Let's hook up our water to our system as well. So that's going to start pumping in water, which means that's going to start doing the electrolyzer thing. Now, we are going to want to go below here. Above, excuse me. So if it's above there, we want to start getting out some of this gas at the bottom. Oh, you know what? It's not. These aren't connected to anything. I'm so sorry. Let's go to here. Just connect you to you. We can get rid of that. So these are actually now connected. So this one is going to start pumping some stuff out of here. Perfect. And that's only one, so that's excellent as well. Now, we want the top to get filled up with a little bit of hydrogen. Okay, so that top is getting filled right now. And again, we do only have one gas pump currently going right now. So that one gas pump is doing some work. Let's go. Okay. Filling up that top, filling up that top. And once the top does get filled, then we can start turning on this gas pump to get the rest of the oxygen out of here. Out of the bottom right here. Okay, all right. It looks like the top is filled with hydrogen. Excellent. Just like to let it go just a little bit more. Okay, perfect. So the top completely filled, so we can actually turn that one off. Now, we are going to turn this one on, and just until we get all of the oxygen sucked out of the middle here. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we have all hydrogen going at the top. So this system is set and primed to go. We can, well, we can let all of that get sucked out of there. Okay, let's undo those two. Let's undo that. And then we are going to connect this to there and that up to there. So now the hydrogen going to get sucked out into our gas reservoir, come down through here. The excess going to come up through here, and it's going to charge up our smart battery. Okay. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Okay, so I actually had it backwards. So this is above. So if it's above 400 grams, we want this to kick on, and we want it to throw some hydrogen in here. If the oxygen is above 200 grams, we would like our gas pumps to kick on, and we want it to pump out all of our oxygen to come through here. And again, that is going to come right through our base. Now, I did want to see, it does come out at 82 degrees, 83 degrees, so it's just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter, but yeah, all that power is going to go off, so we're going to have the manual generator go around again. I did screw up with this atmo sensor right here, so unfortunately that was my mistake. Everything is set to the correct pressure that we would like it to be at. Hopefully that is going to work. Okay, so now it's coming out, yeah, as you can see, at 99, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to hit this cold water, which is at 39 degrees right now. So let's see what it comes out at. So it does exchange a ton of temperature, and it comes out at 54 degrees. 54 degrees, and then we have it off-gassing right here. We have it off-gassing right here. We have it off-gassing right down here as well. Let's see what we got at the printing pod really quickly. Paku, yeah, we're going to reject all of that. I know we're not taking too many duplicates, but I did want to get this up and running. And again, because we do have this atmo sensor set on the correct time now, this should never go down, this smart battery here. And unfortunately, we are going to have to stop the video here. I did want to get some atmo-suits going, so we're definitely going to do that for the next video. We'll get some atmo-suits going, and then we can really come down here and really dig out the rest of our base, and we are not going to have to worry too much about being outside of the base, and we can clean it up a little bit. But yeah, there is our SPOM. It is working absolutely perfectly. The 3 kilogram Rodriguez. I also want to come around here. Let's go to our insulated. Let's bring that down here. It can fill in the little gap between the top and the bottom. That took me a little bit longer. I wanted to get the polluted oxygen under control before I actually did anything. We're gonna have to redo this over here as well because that stupid polluted oxygen just kept getting in here. But fortunately, it's not off-gassing any of the slime that's inside of here. So, oh well. As you can see, that is working absolutely perfectly. And once these two things do get connected, we're going to start bringing in some more of the gas, and we can really start to see it at its glory. And again, we still have another entire kilogram pipe that we are going to bring off of here and figure out something to do with. We're definitely going to want to do something with it, but as you can see, all of the hydrogen just getting pumped up into our hydrogen generators, generating all the power that we need for our system. Our water's doing very, very well, so our first tank is actually almost above 4,000, almost filled. Once it gets to 5,000 kilograms, we'll be filled. We'll start pumping into this one. And the water is doing just fine at 35, 36 degrees. Let's see what it actually comes out at. Yeah, 47 degrees, and then it gets pumped over at 47 degrees. Yeah, we are absolutely perfect. Not going to have to worry about anything breaking down on us anytime soon. All right, thank you so much for checking out the video. I certainly appreciate it. And if it did help you, a like and subscribe is always appreciated. I think on the next episode, we're going to work on those atmo-suits, and we're going to work on expanding. We want to get up a little bit, and I do want to get this brand new product up top too on the next episode. I want to get this spice grinder and start to see what we can do with that and how we can incorporate that into the gameplay as well. But again, thank you so much for checking out this video. I do appreciate it. If it helped you, like and subscribe, and we will definitely check you out on the next video. Have a great day.